This is the end, beautiful friend.
quad pod up instead of a tripod because I want my rack here to stay nice and level. And since I'm had to whoop leukemia's ass a few years ago, I'm kind of germ conscious. So I bring a few extra things that you guys probably wouldn't need. You could do this with wood, but I think this is a good way to go. For me, I know for a fact it is, because it just makes me feel a little more comfortable with cooking my food on something other than sticks. And here's the Taj Mahal. I guess my fire might not be too close. If it is, I'll drag that bottom portion back. Just flew a tarp. No big deal. I'll get me a fire going later on, start smoking some of this deer. My head cam on today. This is just a teepee style wrap that I use for smoking meat. Got me a little rack up here, and we're just going to take our jerky and we're just going to lay it over and let it smoke. Have us some nice jerky. Got to kind of balance it out too. I mean, if you got a really thin piece and a really heavy piece, go ahead and get it around, give it a little squeeze so it kind of wants to hang on to it. I mean, you're not cooking it, you're just smoking. That's why it's up so high away from the flame. And I have this little teepee around there, and that's just a piece of canvas. Picked it up at Walmart in the paint department. No big deal. $10, something like that, 9 by 12. And what I did, I measured down to where I thought the smoke would get caught, and then measured from here down with a string, tied a knot in it that gave me my width, and then I ran a string from that point all the way around, and that gave me the length that I needed to put all this together on. Now, this being cut for jerky, it'd be kind of tough. I mean, you could put it on the skewer, just cook it and eat it, but you know, if your jaw needs to work out, that's the thing for it, brother, I promise. It'll set you free. And I know what everybody says, don't cook close to your campsite, but guess what? When we talk about primitive and modern skills, not only am I deer hunting out here with a bow, or crossbow, I also carry a 45. So if a bear rolls up on my camp, there's a good chance I'll be eating his ass too. Because I don't discriminate, just like snares and snap traps. Anyway, that looked like it's gonna be good. Now, talk about primitive and modern skills at Namala. Well, I'm about to show you a piece of modern. what we've got going on here, as we close this up, to keep it closed, instead of sticking a hole in here and sewing it with a wood toggle, I've got these magnets out of an old computer, and they work just fine for that. Put one there, one there, closed. But not for business, because we all about some eating here. And you can take this one and this one to where it'll wrap around. Put one on the bottom. And I know everybody's got a hard drive at home that doesn't do its thing anymore. These are probably the strongest magnets I've ever put my hands on. And all you need to get to them is a number 6 Torx wrench. And like I said, these are just magnets out of a hard drive. Just get your little TP ready to go, pull it in a little tight, take the other one, throw it on there. Everything held together nice and tight. Easy peasy. Keeps everything closed up. Smoke coming out the top. I did do a little cheating because we ain't big on hickory around here. This is predominantly pines and some oaks. But I did buy some hickory chips, and that's what I'm gonna smoke this stuff with. I'll let y'all know how it tastes. Too bad you can't taste on video. Sorry, YouTube. Gotta get a taste function.